tonight in studio with my man, Robin Thicke.
Yes, sir.
Keeping it sexy. What's happening, brother?
Good. How you doing, Billy?
Couldn't be better. How's Duets going? You liking it?
Yeah, I do, actually. You know, when you first sign on for these kind of things, you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. But I liked the opportunity to perform, you know, on the show when they said, oh, you get to sing on every episode. I was like, you know, that's an opportunity.
It's prime time concert every night,
really
right?
Turn that down, you know. But now that once I got there and we sat in our chairs and we got to watch the show, it's a fun show because you get that kind of talent. It's an enjoyable show to at least have to sit there through.
Is it a risk if the guy you're singing with is not so good?
It is, because really, for the most part, though, the singers are pretty good. It's really the nerves, because they'll sound great in rehearsal. They'll be spot on, and then all of a sudden they walk out and they know their moms are going to see it, and they got the audience in front of them, and then the nerves take over. And sometimes we sang a couple where I was looking at them like, "Wake up, we're here."
Remember what we were doing
right
a little while ago?
Yeah, we were so good in rehearsal, you know. So I think it's just about being able to keep your cool once you hit the stage, you know.
You like your little white chair?
Was this my white chair? Oh,
no,
those white chairs?
On the show.
Yeah, I
wish
like.
you were turned around?
Well, I like to lean back a little bit more. I'm a little more loungy when I sit. So, you know, they were telling me, you know, that my posture looked funny when I would lean back too far. So I was like, okay, I got to sit up. So I wish I could lean back and be a little more relaxed watching the show. But, you know, you don't want to look like you're just like a slob.
Robin Thicke with us tonight. I got to say, Love After War is really such a sexy tone, dude.
Thanks, thank you.
Where did the inspiration for this come? I mean,
well, it came right. Most of my records come right after an argument or a fight of some sort. So
could we rename this Makeup Sex?
Oh yes, exactly. Yeah, it is makeup sex for sure. But no, my lady and I were having issues. As when you have a child, you end up arguing over the dumbest things because you're just exhausted or
don't
whatever.
get into the tired war with the mother of the child.
No,
I've
you can't
made
win
this
it.
mistake. You cannot win. You
No.
cannot be more tired than she is.
Exactly.
You'll never win for you.
That is brilliant. That's the problem. No matter how tired you are with your career, as soon as you say I'm tired, she goes, "Oh, you're tired?"
That's
and
it.
it's like, okay.
It's
Let's
a
just
dead
not
end.
use.
No man has ever in the history of the world come out on top in that one. Never.
It's true. So after an argument, I went to the piano and I was like, man, exactly what you were saying. I gotta be the first one to say I'm sorry. I gotta start the healing process because she's too exhausted to start the healing right now.
Right.
She's definitely not gonna say I'm sorry. I gotta say I'm sorry.
Sometimes that's what's being a man is about, right?
True. It's true. You have to, especially you got to do what's best for the whole household. You know, you want your kid to be happy and have good energy around, and you want your wife. They say happy wife is a happy life, and that's definitely true in my house.
You apologize. You apologize. You're like, you have to swallow a little pill to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she feels like, thank you for letting, you know, and then you're like, oh, God, I'm
she
glad I did that.
Yeah, and then she softens up.
Man, you look
lightens
beautiful
up.
in this light, and then...
Hey, Billy. Are you?
Hey!
Wait, who else is in here?
And then you realize that's all I had to do, and I just apologized.
It works like a charm. I think that women are tough and they act tough and they'll take a stand. But if you just support them through their toughness, then when they soften up, there's nothing sweeter.
Hey, not the first time you've had your wife in a music video.
Yeah, she's my good luck charm. She was in my biggest hit, "The Lost Without You."
And this, I think, is the next biggest hit. Love After War is fantastic.
Thank you. We released it in December, and it went #1 on those charts. It did very well. So now we're on to new singles now, but it did do very well. Yeah.
But this one, I'm telling you, her outfits, the whole gear. You try to find the hottest one. You just got to put her in every video. There's no one hotter.
I think after that, though, we both kind of we got sick of seeing each other in the thing. Because after a while, you're like, okay, we've done that. It becomes, it's like when you see a couple kissing all the time in front of you at dinner. It just gets a little obnoxious. Do you know what I mean?
You're like, can you just
oh boo boo doo doo boo boo? You want the shrimp? I want the shrimp. That's so crazy. You know, like that kind of thing happens.
For sure. For sure. Listen, now that it's just the two of us, man to man, how tired are you?
Right now, I'm exhausted. Yeah, right now because getting up at 5:45 and that extra hour, that last hour of sleep before the kid gets up is the best hour. You know, so when you have to get up at 5:45, you're just like, I hate the shower, I hate the soap, I hate the toothbrush. I hate everything.
Julian Fuego, your boy is getting up when?
He gets up about 7 o'clock. He's pretty good. He sleeps
Okay.
from 7 to 7 through the night. So through the night we get our freedom. But once the baby wakes up. And he's the greatest joy, like the laughing and the playing and the dad and like he sings all day long.
No.
Yeah, he sings the ABC song ad nauseum. But it's like I always tell him, he'll be singing, I'll go, that's equally adorable and completely annoying at this moment. Can you please pick another song? So then he'll go to clean up. Clean up. He'll do the cleanup song. It's either the ABC or the cleanup song. But the cutest thing is he doesn't know all the letters yet, so he just says "dada" the whole time. So the whole song is da 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 da.
He hears you. Do you sing all throughout the house?
Actually, he just became my biggest fan. I think what happened was I started taking him to the sets of Duets, and he would see the rehearsals, and he'd see Dada on the big stage with the lights and the jacket, and he's getting all excited, and he's going, like, one more time, do it again, Dad. Every time I'd finish a performance, he'd go, do it one more time. So then, all of a sudden, after a few rehearsals, he just started insisting on hearing Dada's music all the time in the car. He gets very upset about it if you play any other music other than Dada. Now he knows exactly which Dada songs he wants to hear. It's actually become pretty cute. And now I hate listening to my own music once I finish an album. So it's really annoying for me because he'll get in the car and be like, Dada, Dada, play Dada. I'm like, I don't want to play Dada right now. I'm tired of listening to Dada, Dada. It's pretty cute.
How does Paula feel? Does she like listening
actually,
to
Paula,
you, or does she like zip it, will you?
Paula used to be my biggest fan, that's the cutest thing. Paula actually listens to my music a lot. She'll come home and, I just love that new song. And she sings all the words. And so she's great that way, but it is very rewarding to see my little 2-year-old just be all about Dada for a week or two right now. It's pretty cute.
That's awesome. So the quote in Essence magazine, take it. I want you to take this back right now.
Yeah.
I like to try to get into the double-digit orgasms as much as possible. Doesn't happen all the time, but when I've got my mojo and my swag, it happens. Every few months, it's just like, bam, repeated. I like her to be just going crazy in the bedroom. Oh,
yeah.
Take back the double digits right now.
Well, yeah, that was, the funny thing was, they never put the exposition in those interviews, and like, I was slapping the table, laughing riotously when I was saying those things because there was very little truth to it. But
but it's a good one.
It was a good one. We had one magical evening where it seemed like might have gotten to 7 or 8, at least,
Wow.
So I think I was still glowing. I had the post glow from that experience a few days later, and I did that interview, and so I was still I was still remembering that moment. But no, like I said, if we could do that, I'd be tested for scientific experiments.
Oh, you
right
would
now
be. $600,000 man or whatever it is. Bionics. You'd have to need
What
that.
is he eating?
Woo. And was that by
Viagra?
was that as parents of a child, or is this pre-child?
No, this was definitely post-child. This was
Post-child.
This was right in December there. I think what happened was, if I remember correctly, it was right before she went out for her, or right when she came back from her Mission Impossible promo tour. So she had been gone for 2.5 weeks or something, and we got back together, and there was a lot of loving to make up for. So I think that was probably all that tension that she had. She needed to release it.
Yeah, I would have sent her off. I would have sent her off on a Tom Cruise movie with one too. Say, hey, and before you go,
here, take 8 or 9 of these.
I tell you, Cruise ain't giving you those, so I stay away from him. I love it.
Mission Possible now, baby.
Yeah. I saw your dad, the great Alan Thicke, the other night at the hockey game.
Yeah.
I need a little Alan Thicke impression.
No, actually, the funny thing is, my dad, when the night I was born, he's told me the story many times. He goes, it was the Kings and the Red Wings, and your mom comes in. She says, I think I'm having the baby. I go, you better be right, because I got parking passes. I got great seats to the Red Wings-Kings playoff game. So you ruined that whole game for me, just so you know. This is how my dad, yeah.
What
Sorry,
does he say? Scotchity, scotch.
No,
what?
that's Ron Burgundy.
Right.
Ron Burgundy does...
do Alan Thicke doing Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, which is pretty much the same. They're brothers. What is it? He goes,
Scotchy.
I love scotch. Scotchy, scotch. Good. Down into my belly.
Oh, my God.
Come see how good I look.
Oh, I love it. All right, so Love After War, you wrote 70 songs for this album?
I did, because I took a little time off when the baby was born. I was like, my wife went right back to working, like 2.5, 3 months. She was right back on the set filming a movie called Jump in the Broom that was in Canada. So she really needed the help, and so I followed her around. Then she got Mission Impossible right after that, which was 6 months in Dubai, Vancouver, Prague. You know, I mean, so the baby is well traveled. He's all over the world. And so I really took that first kind of year off. Now, when I say year off, I was always writing songs, but I wasn't out touring. I wasn't trying to release an album anytime soon. So I really had the luxury of sitting around to write and write and write. Normally, I write 40 to 50 songs for an album, but this time I wrote, 60, 70 songs. And but for me, writing is like most writers. Writing is what I do on my day off. Like as soon as I get some time to have a day to myself, I just sit outside, and write a couple songs.
Smoke a little weed and
smoke a little something.
See what comes to mind. Right?
Yeah, ABC, Disney now. You got to be careful with that stuff. Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
He's watching you.
Oh yeah, all the time. The Thicke Man is in the house tonight. So how many singles are you going to roll out from this album before you move on? What is the business like?
Right now, I definitely, we just released a new single called All Tied Up, which has this real sexy video that comes out that we're premiering tomorrow. And, now with all this excitement and this platform of duets, I'd really like to have a new song or something new that comes out right when the show ends, to kind of milk all this exposure and come back with something brand new. So I'm working on some new music right now, hoping I can maybe release a new album before the end of the year and have a new single. But we still have 2 more singles we wanted to release from this one.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Quickly, you're very fit. Do you work out a lot, or is it just genetics?
I do everything extreme. I'll work out until I do a video, and that is the night the video is done. I'll put cheeseburger on top of pizza, surround it by pasta, finish it off with
I'm that guy too.
With 20 beers, yeah, and then I'll do that for about a week. Gain 10 pounds and then spend the next 2 weeks working it off.
And the hair, just there's nothing in there. That's just it.
No, it's pretty light. It's pretty light. A little bit of spray just to keep it elevated.
Yeah, how tall are you with the do?
With the hair, we might be get to 6'5" there. We might be at 6'5" with the hair.
I think so, like Fletch.
It makes you feel taller,
Playboy Jazz Festival is June 17th at the Hollywood Bowl. You will be performing. Will there be naked girls around you when you're performing?
Yeah, we're hoping. I mean, they might have to stay clothed, but they're pretty lovely clothed too.
It's a hot event. Who else performs that night?
There's a few other acts like Ozo Motley, and I think Esperanza Spalding might be coming. There's a couple people like that. Yeah, it should be. The Jazz Festival, the great thing is the legacy and the history and all the amazing jazz performers that have always performed at that thing. So for me, it's just the part of history of getting on this stage where all these other people have done this.
Does Hef go?
It's exciting. Hef, actually, I believe it's his favorite thing. I've done a few gigs for him before, but I've never done the Jazz Festival, so this should be really nice. But he almost always shows up, as far as I know.
Great man, the great Robin Thicke, with us tonight.
The great Bush,
I
the
love
great
you, buddy.
Thicke and Bush going on tour.
You are terrific, Thicke Bush.
The Thicke and Bush tour, baby.
Maybe we ought to call it Bush Thicke. I don't know.
Bush Thicke, yeah.
Thicke and Bush. I didn't even realize about that. How 70s.